What is going on, Virgos? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your September read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. Don't know why I'm saying it that way, but it's coming out. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to use the Wild Reflections Tarot. First and foremost, before I get into it, happy birthday to all my Virgos. Ones that just had their birthday and ones that are going to have their birthday. This is that Virgo season. So I wish you all a very happy birthday. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message do we have for Virgos? What is coming in for Virgos for September 2024? That's the wind to change. Sounded more like a howling winter wind, but wow. In a sec, I gotta make sure I'm seeing this right. I felt something good happening when I was dealing, and I know I've done thousands of videos, and I know, trust me, I've done just as many readings, and I can always feel it coming, and I love it. But anyway, I'll stop making you wait. First thing I see, Virgos, is I feel like this new energy coming in, and this new energy is brought by this new person coming in. The funny thing is, I don't know if it's that funny. I feel like you're expecting it. It's like you know it's coming in. It's like you get this vibe, like something's about to happen. Almost like you fantasized about it. Or you dreamed about it with that Page of Cups. And your intuition, intuition is telling you there's something about to happen. Now, I don't feel like you know exactly what it is that's coming, but I feel like you know it's big. I feel like you know it's big. You felt it coming, and here it is. We got the Three of Wands, that ship coming in. It's like It reminds me of this novel that I wrote, that I didn't write, that I read. This guy, for no apparent reason, gets up one day and he feels like something's happening. Not sure what it is. He has a really great day. Later on that night, he goes to bed, and in the middle of the night, he wakes up. He gets up, he gets dressed, middle of the night. Now, this is back, I'm thinking, I can't remember exactly, but I'm thinking 1800s. He gets up in the middle of the night, he walks down to the wharf or the harbor. And this ship is there. And he kept seeing this name in his dreams. And the ship had the name on it. So he gets on the ship. And he goes through one of the most incredible journeys of his life. Now, the relevance to this is that, like I said, I feel like you felt this coming. And the ship coming in just made me think of that. You know, sometimes we know it's coming even if we don't know what it is that's coming. And I feel like that's exactly the feeling you get with this person. But anyway, you know, with this person, I feel like you know right away exactly who I'm talking about. First and foremost with this person, what I see is we have the King of Wands and the King of Swords. So what I see with this person is someone that's very intelligent and very confident. You know, this authoritative figure. Someone that knows exactly what they want in life. They know where they're going. They just don't know who's coming with them. But one thing is for sure, they want someone to come with them. But I feel like they've always kind of been alone. Even in relationships, they always kind of felt alone, like they were missing something. You know, like they were... You know, I feel like no one ever really added up for this person. But with you, there's this instant connection. You know, it's this recognition. Like they just see it. So as much as you felt this coming, I feel like they felt it coming as well. You know, we have the Empress and the Emperor. You know, that Empress energy meeting the Emperor, the nurturer meets the protector. You know, and I don't feel like we could have said this any better. You know, this very protective, authoritative figure and this very nurturing energy. I mean, I feel like the Empress it really embodies Virgos, because Virgos are such nurturers. They always take care of everybody. They're always putting other people first. But in this situation, you're putting yourself first, because that's exactly what I see here. I see this is for you. It's for them. It's for you. For no one else. And like I said, I feel like this person knows what they want in life. They know where they're going. They know where they want to go. You know, they have these dreams. And like you, I felt like a very strong energy between the two of you. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I feel like our energy knows us, knows our person long before we do. That's why when you meet certain people, you just connect. It's like you were always connected. You just didn't know it yet. You know, like I said, this connection with you and this person was strong. I don't know if that's my card or not. That was not my card. The connection with you and this person is strong. It was strong before you met. It's stronger together. There's nothing that you can't do together. And in life, sometimes we feel like, I feel like even with this person, and I feel like you kind of went down a similar path. In the sense that no one really added up. Even though sometimes I feel like both of you tried to have someone, you gave someone more credit than they deserved, or, you wanted more from someone that they just didn't have it to give you. And that's what I see. I see, one thing I hear a lot about Virgos is they have high standards. Sometimes even people may even say that their standards are too high. I don't believe that. I believe knowing what you want is not a bad thing. I believe expecting the best out of someone is not a bad thing. And I feel like the only people that say that people have high standards or they want too much are people that can't give it to you. And I feel like you have a history of that on both sides. I feel like the path was more similar for the both of you than you'll maybe really ever know. But one thing is for sure, is I see this person showing up in a way that no one's ever showed up for you. And this nurturing energy with the Star card and the Eight of Pentacles, putting in the work. And I feel like that's the reason why you never got what you wanted before, but why you're getting what you want now. That fulfillment. Now, I have the Ten of Pentacles, and we also have the Ten of Cups. That fulfillment, fulfilling goals, fulfilling dreams, and the fulfillment of family. I feel like another thing that's different here is I feel like you're always the one thinking about other people. You're always putting other people first. That's a very Virgo-esque trait. But another thing that's different here, I keep saying the one thing. Another thing that's different here is this person's putting you first. I feel like you put each other first, and I feel like that's the difference between this connection and other connections that you've had. Putting each other first. Like I said, showing up for you, putting in the work. I feel like this connection, not only are you going to see a true connection that I don't feel like you've ever felt before, because this is a very intense connection. We have the Lover's card. This is deep. This is getting what you want in all aspects. It's about, not just getting one cup full, but all your cups filled with that Nine of Cups. It's about someone showing up for you and your connection. Someone putting in the work just as much as you do. Virgos work their ass off. And to have someone that shows up working their ass off for you is something I don't feel like you're accustomed to. But when you have that, it opens up so many new doors. It opens up the world. And I know people are saying that's so extreme. That's what I see. This person is not like anyone you've ever met before. And that's clear. Very clear. And I feel like with this person, because you've never had someone like this before, it opens up those new doors. It shows a different perspective. It's like, if you think about it, if you worked your whole life at a job and it was you and a partner and you always put in the work and they never did anything. And the more they didn't do, the more you had to do. So you're working all day, you go home, you're tired, you're frustrated. Now think of one day you show up to work and that partner shows up. They put in the work. They work just as hard as you. And how much you get done? You get to go home early. You get to not be frustrated. You get to be not overwhelmed. It's a huge difference. And that's what it's like being with the wrong partner versus being with the right partner. Now, in that story, obviously, the partner just showed up for you, but in this, you're getting a whole new partner. You know, it reminds me of when you're in school and you get that lab partner that doesn't do nothing. And you're always taking care of them. You're always doing the work. And you get good grades, but it was a hell of a lot of work. And then one day you decide, you know what, I'm going after this other person. I want them to be my partner. And they you know, it's night and day. You get a really good grade. You're not pissed off at each other. And you actually enjoy the ride. You know, it's like that quote, when you change the way you look at the world you look at changes. You know, having the right partner shows you all the things that you never had. You know, when we're with the wrong person, we see all the things that we wish we would have. But when we're the right person, we don't think about those things because we got it. And like I said, that's what I see here. I see someone showing up for you, someone putting in the work. I mean, this person, they're a go-getter. That Emperor and that King of Wands, I mean, that energy right there is like, once they made up their mind, they're in. And there's nothing going to stop this person. I feel like that's what they are in life. That's what they're going to be in love. You know, I've said this before as well. A real relationship, a true partnership, has failures. It has good days and bad days. But it also has two people that put in the work to get through that. That's the difference. You know, most relationships I know of, personally, through friends, family, you get out what you put in. You know, you have that first fight and you break up, or someone walks away. Do you really want that kind of partner in your life? Or do you want the person that says, okay, what went wrong and how do we fix it? Now with this person, we have Virgo, we got Taurus, we got Pisces and Scorpio. We have Aries and Leo. We have Gemini and Aquarius. Like I said, from the first moment I laid these cards, that's why I had to make sure that's what I saw, but I feel like you saw this coming. Like you knew it was coming. I wish I knew the name of that book. It was a great book. It's just, the book was mostly, it started out, that was like the first chapter. The rest was just about his adventures and things he went through. But it was just really, it was kind of crazy, but really cool how this person just knew it was coming. And they had this amazing day. And then something woke them up out of their sleep, you know, and they've been dreaming about this name and they didn't know what it was. I think in the if I remember correctly, in the book, he thought he was going to meet a woman because it was a woman's name. But it was the name of the ship because he went in down the harbor, there was this ship and it had that name on it. I wish I could remember the name. I read so many books. that I get them confused sometimes, and I'll look it up and I'll post it someday. But that's what I feel like in life. I feel like things are coming. I feel like when big life altering things are coming, you feel it. You may not know that's even what's coming. You may just have this really amazing day, and then something, your energy just changes. And you have this amazing day because there's something in you just making you happy. It's just feeding into you. Like it's coming. And I wouldn't be surprised if you dreamed about this person and I mean, I don't know if you guys ever had this, but I've dreamed about people, and not like romantically, but I've dreamt people that I've never met and then met them. And I feel like this is kind of what I mean by this. I feel like you dreamed about this person, but for some of you, I feel like it was more detailed than that. I feel like you really, really saw them coming. But like I said before, I truly believe that our energy recognizes the energy we've been thinking about, the energy that we've been feeling. And that's why when you meet someone, you have this instant connection because you already were connected. You just didn't know it yet. I don't know. What do you think? Like I said, I do a lot of reading. I read fiction, nonfiction. I like to kind of fill up my brain with as much as I can. I read about dreams. I remember reading this book. Again, I don't know the name of it, but it was all about dreams. It was about what dreams mean. What, and you know what? This one book, I did, after reading that one book, I did a lot of, Google searching different things. I still do it all the time. When I dream about something, I look it up to see what that means. Because I love that. I love hidden meanings. I love understanding. My brain, I'm telling you, if information, it's like information is some kind of drug to my brain and it's addicted. But anyway. I go back to before I met Rose. And it was the same thing. Like for me, when I met Rose, I felt like I knew her. I felt very comfortable very quickly. For me, I don't get comfortable very quickly with people. And if I ever do, that means something to me. Like some people, I have friends that I've been friends with for years. I'm still not that comfortable around them. But because I'm a Sagittarius, I can act comfortable. Or I can, find common ground very quickly. But there's some people that I met in my life I just had an instant connection with, and that speaks volumes to me. If you can connect with me, I don't take that lightly. But anyway, I got off topic a little bit there. Well, that was interesting. I enjoyed that read. I really did. I love giving Virgos great reads. Something about Virgos, I've always felt this connection. I'm going to do a video someday about the signs that I feel the most connected to and why. And then, I was thinking about, somebody mentioned that I should do like the pros and cons of each sign, which I don't really want to do that because I don't I've been hesitant about doing it. Not that I don't want to do it. I've been hesitant because I don't want to tell people the cons of the signs. But I can't just do pros because that's just very one-sided. So I've been avoiding doing that. I'm not very good at being pessimistic. I'm an optimist. So, but I will get around to doing something like that. And like I said, there's a lot of there's a few of the signs that I really connect with very quickly, and I've noticed that because most of my friends are of the same signs. There's actually most of my friends are within 4 signs, which really strange. When I first got into tarot and I got into astrology and things, I mean, I got into astrology long before I got into tarot. But when I first started getting into astrology and learning about signs and different traits and things, I don't know if you've done this, but once I started getting into it, I started going back to different relationships I had, whether it be friends or romantic relationships, and trying to figure out what their sign was and see if it was compatible or see if it made sense or if it was right. That's just me, though. Again, I'm a sucker for good research. Anyway, this is way off topic. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.